I'm not that guy. And here's why I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy because I was the guy that was not worth saving. I was the guy that didn't just cheat one time. I was the guy that cheated multiple times in multiple cities, in multiple circumstances. I was the guy that was super, super risky. I was the guy that destroyed a family. I was the guy that almost destroyed a woman and a child. I was a guy that destroyed a complete family unit. And by every stretch of the imagination, anybody on the planet that would have seen us would, without question, tell her, woman, run, run, run. Save yourself because he is destructive. I'm that guy. And God took me and he changed me because she didn't abort what God was trying to give birth to in me. The passionate dude I am now about marriage, about family, about legacy, is because I wasn't that dude at one time. And God made me something that I wasn't, Cam. So now, even though I see a guy who's just a bastard and he's almost borderline evil in the stuff that he's doing, I still gotta go back and not forget who I was to be able to think there's no hope for him, because that says there was no hope for me. I know who I am now. Dude, I'm an adulterer. How am I doing marriage ministry? How is my wife, how are we helping save marriages with what we've been through? It's because of what we've been through. It's because of our story. Our test became our testimony. And so now, people don't get it, but there are people who are struggling with stuff in their marriages. And there are marriage counselors out there who have never been through what we've been through. And those people don't necessarily trust what they are saying, the tools they're getting, the resources they're getting, because they ain't live it. One of the biggest things that we get, or one of the biggest reasons why our marriage ministry, and we're doing a bunch of different stuff. We got This Is How We Do Marriage podcast. We got a bunch of stuff coming, man. And one of the reasons that people, when they first meet me and Kristen, the first thing women want to know is, how did you stay? How did you stay? That's what they want to know. They're drawn to us because they're drawn to my wife. They want to know, how in the world did you stay? And she's able to guide women into the space of not staying into something that's not going to work, but if God is going to do something, because he can, are we going to pull the ripcord and you know what I'm saying, utilize a parachute when we don't know what God can do in a man?
Man, have you ever been locked in on summer plans and you hit that classic moment? What am I gonna wear? I'm talking about graduations. What else? Weddings, Memorial Day weekend, my birthday. The calendar just starts to stack up fast. And suddenly, every invite comes with some type of panic. And that right there is the main reason why I rock with Macy's. They ain't got nothing to wear, into sheer confidence. Their personal stylist helps you lock in a full look. And get this, they'll even help you find the perfect gift while you at it. I don't know about you, but I still love that in-store feeling. Touching the fabrics, trying things on, mixing shoes and all type of accessories. See the whole fit come to life. Plus, you have fragrance and skincare experts helping you build that summer glow and helping you lock in your signature summer scent. So when it's time to show up, you is not scrambling. You're ready. What's the common issue from what your expertise has shown between you and your wife, Kristen, right, that you've seen as you are counseling a couple, whether married, engaged, whatever, that you kind of sense to tell, obviously our audience that this is the common thing that I see, the issue in relationships? What is it?
It's crazy. Narcissism.
From who?
From husbands.
What?
Yeah. Narcissism.
Not the the timeliness of that.
Wow. Narcissism. Yeah. most of the most damaging relationships that I have seen are when a husband is narcissistic and you could define that
Many different ways.
many different ways. But if you're asking me for a common thread,
Yep.
from a woman, normally there's unmet expectation, and there's nagging, and there could be finances, there could be some infidelity. There's tons of things that all add into it. It's never like really one thing.
Right.
But at least the common thread that my wife and I have seen is that when a man feels like he's entitled and can get away with almost anything, that's dangerous. And I think every man needs accountability, and men do not like having accountability.
So how would you counsel a woman to navigate through a man's narcissism? What you tell her? Run? Get the hell on? No.
Well, one, we always want women to be safe, and I'm not bashing just women, men in this, because there are some narcissistic women as well.
Okay.
It can go both ways. Narcissist.
Woohoo! We'll stop. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think how do we counsel a woman to navigate with a narcissistic husband? If I'm honest with you,
I wouldn't expect you not to be.
yeah, there are certain things that my wife and I are really good at, and then there are certain things that only God can do. And that's not a cop-out. It's just literally, there are spaces when I realize if I'm writing a song and I say a dope line, and I could be writing, and then it'll come, I go, ooh.
Yeah, and he cooking.
But I know right then, that wasn't me. That was not me. Like, I'm talented,
Yeah.
but remember, anointing is what God can do through me with the gift that he gave me. And I think it's the same way when we're doing marriage ministry. If we're navigating and we're trying to find the spaces, like when I'm sitting there, if I'm counseling, I'm listening to I'm fully engaged. Me and my wife, we're fully engaged. And at the same breath, while we're fully engaged, I'm listening to God and I'm saying, Lord, what do you want? What do you want us to say? What do you want us? Because I got resources. We got tools. We got a 3-step for this. And if you do this, we got that. But ultimately, when someone's heart and their brokenness and those things are on the line, I'm asking God, okay, what do you want us to say? Because you don't want us to tell them to leave. You don't tell them to get a divorce. What? We're here. We're available, God. So use us, anoint us to be able to do what you need to do to save a marriage. Because if you don't do it, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah. And that's one of the things that we tell couples. And the other thing is, normally we're not just ministering to just the wife or just the husband. Normally, if you get to me and Kristen, it's normally because both of you recognize, okay, we're at a spot where something got to happen right now.
And is it predominantly marriages?
We do premarital as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I see you don't have a ring, so we do.
I don't.
We do premarital too. Yeah. We think that's a lot of times more important to prepare someone for what they're going to be in a marriage.
Well, let's talk about it then.
Let's talk about it.
Because, I can hear them comments now. Montell.
They ain't gonna come for you.
Get them.
Yeah.
I've said time and time again,
yeah.
and I'll reiterate it here. My desire or my fear of divorce is greater than my desire to get married. How would you counsel me?
The first thing I will say is, you were brought up in church, and first of all, you know that fear is not from the Lord. So if you're starting out a statement of saying, my fear of divorce, what are you afraid of? That, were your parents divorced?
No, sir.
How long were your parents married?
42 years.
Your parents were married for 42
Still
years. Okay, so let me ask you this. Would you say that your parents are happily married?
I would say so.
Yeah.
But for all 42 years,
You know.
I think when I see them, they are happily married.
Because you've seen probably people that are miserable in a marriage.
Yeah, I don't see that. I've never seen that in my
Okay.
in my my parents' marriage.
Right. Is there any part of you that wants that? Even,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so do you want that more than you would fear? You know, the fear factor is that divorce doesn't have to happen. Divorce is something that, do you understand where I'm going
Can I drop
here?
a bomb on you?
Yeah, come on.
I think we all share this in one way or another. I don't want to die alone. This is really me like tapping into a version where it's like, okay, what is it? It's like I practice marital, habits.
Without the commitment.
Say it again?
Without the commitment.
Yeah. And I don't, it came because of what I was experienced with when in the world of being successful.
Yeah.
Like I said it earlier. I was like, yo, there's some things that's happening that I'm witnessing, and I'm like, no, that ain't what I kind of sensed it. Now we're here now.
Yeah.
Because when I first got into the league, when I first got notarized, it was an honor to see a person with their ring, male or female, woman or man, and it's like, oh, he married. Yeah. Cool. Man, let's go hang out. We hanging out, and it's like, your actions ain't actioning as if you were married.
Right.
Hey, you're married, sweetheart.
But
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, why are you coming on to me like this?
Yeah.
You got one of them.
Yeah.
You're off limits. Why are you putting me in? No.
Right.
It's those type of experiences that it's like, oh, everybody doing this.
Yeah.
Or what I was experienced to is like, oh, that's the image. Mm-hmm. Y'all ain't really true blue about this.
Right.
Because Jackie and Cecil, my mother and father, they was real about it. Still to this day.
Yeah.
And to tell you that I know what that structure is, I'm the only one in my family that's not.
Yeah.
My oldest brother, CJ, Cecil Jr., his wife, Bethany.
Yeah.
I admire that. My younger brother, Kalen, and his wife, Brianna. I love that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm the outcast, but the narcissist in me that I've acknowledged and understand ain't now one of them seen what I done seen.
Right.
It's that's been easy to just pop. When you go to the bank, they look at your last name, but it's like, the teller ain't gonna change her tone because whatever she may, hey, you Cam daddy. But when Cam goes to the bank,
it's different.
That teller looks at that bank account and it's like, ooh, Mr. Newton.
Yeah.
That hat, wow. With or without a ring. Yeah. I've witnessed some of the most utterly gross temptations that nobody would see or understand. Yeah. And it's hard for me to experience that. And still tell a person a vow.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm telling you something where it's like, dog, I'm telling you it, but you don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's different than having this kind of conversation because I always have it. And not to say I didn't respect anybody else's kind of testimony.
Yeah.
But for you, I know what you went through, brother.
Yeah.
Your office is the club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me hop in there. I'm relevant to your life, and there's several reasons why. One, because we got a lot of parallel stories, right? Two, because I understand what it is like, as the Bible said, to be abased and be abound, meaning to have much and to have little. I understand what it is like to have thousands and thousands of people chanting and rooting for you, right? And then go back to a room where the silence is more deafening than the crowd. Mm-hmm. In those spaces, I can understand what hypocrisy looks like, what it feels like when we are inundated in a Hollywood, athletic, man, it is not pretty, man. But here's what I would say. I want to make sure that I word this correctly. You have been a very favored man, meaning I think God has his hand on you. He has favor on your life. There's a scripture that says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains the favor of the Lord.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today's discussion is what have I, as in Cam Newton, learned from relationships or intimacy the hard way? Now, wow, very loaded question that could be interesting or uninteresting. But I will say this, one thing I've learned in relationships is I can expect me and others. And learning that, you realize maturity in life and understanding that everybody has free will to think, feel, and act on certain things. And I can't always put how I would have responded, how I would have acted, how I would have, dealt with that specific thing, good or bad, because they ain't me and I ain't them. Intimacy, I think it's an ongoing challenge that you got to realize that every night ain't the best night. You know what I'm saying? I think when you get in that square, okay, I ain't never seen another bed that was shaped other than a square, so I refer to it as the square. You could be in your good behavior, or you may be able to drop 40, or you may be able to just skimp a good 4. But that connectivity with your partner is essential, because even on the baddest night, brothers and sisters, there has to be an element of grace that is needed. Because let's just be honest, we know when we didn't perform our best. Okay. Now, do they know? Because if they knew, like, yo, that wasn't your best work. What I can appreciate is you didn't perform well and they think that, oh, he's not a good performer. Nah, baby, this Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. Michael Jackson moonwalk, okay? Now, you may have gotten an old throwaway on a single or not, but listen, we moonwalking typically. I just ain't had enough slippery surface for me to really moonwalk how I typically moonwalk. But, all right, it is what it is. But that's the unfortunate truth. Now, don't sit up here and say, I ain't never had a bad night. I always deliver premium. Well, I got news for you, brother. You done made the girls' group chat for all the wrong reasons. Well, we all have good days and bad days.